Hello, I'm back down the lake again. Again after Bream and Catfish. Got my two left-hand rods out for catfish, both on half a roach at the moment, and my right-hand rod out for the bream. I've been speaking to a few carp fishermen that have been fishing this for the majority of the weekend, and they said they've had a few tench out here, so rather than using a normal quiver tip end on my Avon rod, I've swapped it to the float rod end. So it means it's a bit more stiff, so if I catch a tench I might be in chance of landing it. Because when I generally fish bream I use the lightest quiver tip available to me. But yeah, it's quite a nice day. It's relatively warm, it's about 8-9 degrees. It has got down to about 5 degrees earlier on this week, so that's quite good. It's warmed up a bit. There haven't been many carp coming out of here. I think there's been a couple this weekend. There's been some catfish a couple of weeks ago coming out, but I don't think many people have been fishing for them recently. I think people start fishing for the catfish down here generally early June, late April, May time, just around that area and onwards to about October. It's about the time you'll catch catfish down here, but they have been caught through the winter, so I don't see why they shouldn't be out at the moment. The catfish are very funny fish. They'll they'll binge feed for sometimes even a couple of days, and then they'll just switch off for weeks. But hopefully they'll be feeding today. I haven't had any indication on my two rods yet. I've had a couple of taps on my right hand rod, but when I got here this morning I put out my pole and straight away caught about 20 odd roach, so that's good. I think I might change my catfish rods to a live bait in a minute. Anyway, let's see if we can catch a fish. Today is Easter Sunday, so Easter wouldn't be complete without your chocolate eggs. I've got mine with me, and I'll have that a bit later on. Great stuff. That's quite a good day to come fishing Easter, because a lot of people, stay for the weekend because it's bank holiday, and then go home on Easter Day to, go and see the family and things. And if you come here, then you have most of the lake to yourself. That's my tip for the day anyway. Alright, let's see if we can catch anything. 11, 12 now. Haven't had anything of yet on either of the rods. I've had a few more roach on the pole. It's quite interesting because they're only about 3 or 4 metres out, and I've had a couple of nice ones come off. But I'm just going to stick it out now on the ledges. I've been switching my right hand rod round in terms of bait. Been corn, maggot, caster. I've now put it as a cocktail of all of them actually. Got a bit of corn with 2 casters and a maggot. So hopefully that'll do the business. I think though, I've been seeing quite a few fish rolling in close, 10 and 15 metres out. So I think rather than casting it out 20, 30 metres, I think I'm just going to put it in close. So we'll keep that out where it is for a little bit longer. Let's just out to the right. And yeah, we'll see if that helps. I just had a little bit of action on the right hand rod. Because what I've done is, instead of casting it right out, I've put it in about 4 or 5 metres out, and within about 10 minutes I had a bite. Struck into it and I had a little bream, but it came off at the side. So anyway, that's a good sign. I'm going to keep on putting my feeder out in round about the same spot. Try and get some better fish in there. So we'll see if we can catch anything. First bream of the day, not very big. Probably just edging a pound. Getting quite a silvery fish like last time, but nice fish. Let's just slip him back. There we go. Second bream of the day. Nice enough fish, got about 1.5 pounds. Go good scrap in the Avon rod. Look how thin they are. Fantastic, isn't it? Very distinctive fish. Right, step it back. got quite a comfortable setup here today. I've got my quiver tip, well, my rod just off the seat into the rod rest, and my 2 catfish rods just on the rod pod, and the net down so I can touch the hand, hooking that down in the water, rod bag behind me, and my umbrella up there on the bank so I can get in if it starts raining or getting really windy. I find it's really important when you're fishing to at least have a sort of tidy setup around you, just so everything's to hand, and you know, it just seems to make fishing a lot better and a lot easier, and you generally enjoy your time just that much more. Because I've often gone fishing and just like seen a big fish and thrown out all my rods after it and just not thought about how tidy I was. And then I'll catch the fish, try and land it, and find out my landing net's still not set up. So I'll try and set up the landing net while trying to play the fish, and just fish ends up coming off. So you don't do more harm than good. Anyway, that's my There we go, another bream. Quite a bit better than the last one. Just gave a very tentative little bite. And the quiver tip, I'll say it's about 1.5 pounds. Maybe scraping 2 if you're lucky, but actually gave quite a good fight. It felt a lot bigger than it is. Felt like a 4-pound fish, but I don't think it's that big. Well, very nice fish. Very happy to catch that. I've had about a blank spell for half an hour now. But, yep, the fish seems to be coming back. That's definitely good. Alright, let's slip her back. Another bream. This one's probably about pound and a half again. Same sort of size as the majority of the fish. Getting taken on a couple of maggots on the Avon rod. Not too much of a fight, just normal bream fight. It's very slow and well, rubbish really. Alright, slip her back. Generally with bream I like to put them back in the net. I just place them in the water and let them recover for a sec, and then just place the net in the water and tip it over and let the fish swim out. Yeah, another bream. Slightly better than the last one actually. It may not look that much bigger, but it's just more heavily built. Actually, I just swapped a bit of corn. I've been feeding a bit in with a feeder. I seem to come onto it now, so maybe if I persevere with corn I might start getting a few better ones. Right, nice fish. Slip her back. Just coming to the end of the day, and I've just had what I think to be my best fish of the day. Just weighed him, and he's just a couple of dran. Yeah, just weighed him, and a couple of dran off a pound. I mean, off 3 pounds, sorry. It's just because he's more heavily built than he looks actually. Put a great scrap on the rod. Actually took a bit of line off the clutch. Nice fish to end the day on. Fantastic. Right, it's come to the end of the session now. I'm all packed up. It's only about 5:30, but I think I'm going to go home. Been a right day. I had a few bream. A bit gutted because I lost a nice bream of about 4 or 5 pounds. But oh well, there's always next time. Anyway, see you next time, and tight lines.